A whirlwind trip for President Joe Biden as he will be cutting his Asia trip short. His attendance at the G7 is expected to leverage leadership among U.S. allies, but with talks focusing on the global economy, what's happening in his own backyard is calling him back to Washington to continue talks and avoid a debt ceiling crisis. President Joe Biden left for Japan Wednesday to attend the G7 along with other members of the club, including leaders representing Britain, Canada, France, Germany, and Italy. The meeting was meant to rally the world's democracies against China, but Biden's attendance will be cut short to work on a clear path to avoiding default on our nation's debt and a global economic disaster. But Biden will meet with G7 leaders in a U.S.-led drive to enforce unprecedented economic sanctions on China ally Russia for invading Ukraine. Meanwhile, Europe and the U.S. have jointly hailed a new created register of damage for Ukraine as a first step to making Russia pay for its war. The register will initially be established for 3 years and will be lodged in The Hague with a satellite office in Ukraine. Countries outside the Council of Europe, a pan-continental rights body separate from the European Union but incorporating all 27 EU member states, could back the initiative. However, visits next week to Papua New Guinea and Australia have been canceled so that the president can continue to negotiate with Republican opponents on the debt ceiling. This would have marked the first visit by a serving American president to Papua New Guinea. Many consider this a lost opportunity to visit the remote Pacific island, which has been part of a geostrategic contest with China. The debt ceiling issue comes at a critical time for the 80-year-old commander-in-chief on the heels of his 2024 campaign announcement. Biden says he's confident about reaching a deal with Republican leaders to avert a potentially catastrophic U.S. debt default as early as June 1st. Biden will be returning to Washington Sunday to resume talks with party leaders. It is uncertain whether the increasingly hard-right Republican Party will allow an increase to the debt in time to prevent default. Nor is the president certain his own Democratic Party will forgive him for the compromises he may have to make to save the situation. We'll keep you updated on further developments. For Satluj TV, I'm Layla Gulen.
Do you ever wonder what's behind the news? What is it that you are not being told? Going behind the news and finding the truth. Let the truth flow. Satluj Network. Let the truth flow.